Should I start, Greg? People are all over. He's a shepherd. He's our shepherd. Tell me when you want me to start, Greg.
All right, you guys, we're going to start in a moment.
Quiet down.
The first thing that we're going to do today, you guys, is we're going to be ushered in with a beautiful, would you call it a sonata?
Nocturne in C-sharp minor by Chopin.
C-sharp minor. Here we go. That was beautiful. So we're not gonna. Are we gonna break the spell with "Holy, Holy, Holy"? Or we're gonna do that? Yeah. But it's a different kind of spell, you guys. We'll be in a different kind of spell. So you know this one, and it's on the board, please.
Michelle's not here to tell me go lower, lower, lower.
That's right.
So I'm
Let's
gonna go.
do it. Everyone, please.
We are holy, holy, holy.
We are whole. We are holy, holy, holy. You are holy, holy, holy. You are holy, holy, holy. You are whole. Spirit divine, come to me, feeling love, healing me. Open my heart, allow me to see beauty and love that lives in me. I am holy, holy, holy. I am holy, holy, holy. I am holy, holy, holy. I am whole.
All right. Well, that was my inner Michelle. So, welcome, you guys. I get up on the top step so I can see you all and to see the bright, beautiful people in the audience. Your eyes are shining. Your smiles are absolutely magnificent, and I love it. I love it. You know, I was having a conversation a little bit earlier, and I said, you know, we get to name what today is. We were talking about it. We get to name it. It's beautiful. We get to name it. It's magnificent. We get to name it. It's connected. We get to name it. It's God's day. We get to name it. It's our day with God. It is the world inside of us. It is absolutely magnificent. So glad to be here. So glad you're here. You have made it to Unity of Pasadena. It's a magnificent place. You know, when you walked in here, if you've never been here before, I'm sure you noticed how luscious the plants looked, how well taken care of they are, how beautiful this sanctuary is. I absolutely love the stained glass windows outside. I love the acoustics in this building. I mean, I can hear what's being said so far away. Just, that's a caveat for you. I mean, I'm letting you know that I can hear your conversations. So that's... But it's also kind of reverent, you know, because if you stand underneath this ceiling here, it echoes. It's a really, really beautiful space to be. So welcome. We have a statement of unity I'd like you to join me in. It's always fun to do this together. So there's only one thing. It may look like more than one thing. It may feel like more than one thing. But it's only one thing. Expressing as you, expressing as me, and everything we see. All right, happy Father's Day. Fathers in the audience, happy Father's Day. Mothers who have been fathers as well, happy Father's Day. You know, fathers are really just kind of a symbol, you know, a symbol of a way of being. And, you know, we can all be what's necessary when it's necessary. And I know that a lot of mothers in here have been fathers as well. And there have been fathers who have been mothers. So, you know, we just allow ourselves to revel in this idea that it's truly about caring and taking care of that next greater yet to be generation. You know, we're looking out for those that may not be able to look out for themselves. But I've also developed some things, and I want to just talk about this for a moment because you might like this. I've developed some things, having 6 children, that are sort of proactive for me. I text them first. I text my boys, I got 3 of those, and tell them Happy Father's Day. I text them and let them know how good of fathers they are, and I appreciate them. And then I text the girls who have acted as fathers as well, and I say, Happy Father's Day to you. And that way I don't have to wait all day long and worry about them if they don't like me or whatever it is, you know. Like they haven't texted me, I didn't get anything from you, you know. So all day long I'm going, what did I do? What did I do? So I don't go there anymore. I just proactively do this, you know. So I do that with my birthday too, by the way. See, I'm having the greatest birthday. I'm going to go hiking today. You know. Yeah. So. And that way I get to set the tone. You know, I don't have to go out to a restaurant that I don't like. None of that stuff happens. So I just get to say, am I going to have the greatest day? You know, I'm going hiking. I'm going to ride my bike. No. But I do that with birthdays too. I mean, I'm proactive about everything so I don't have to worry about it. Is yours tomorrow? Oh my God. Did we sing to you already? Do you guys know the words? 3, 2, 1. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Get in key.
Happy birthday, dear Larry. Happy birthday to you. So I proclaim this Larry Day. I get to do that. We have some things that we'd like to say together as well, like our unity blessing. Please join me. We love you. We bless you. We appreciate you just the way you are. We also have a statement of faith I'd like you to join me in. There is only one presence and one power active in my life and in the universe, God the good omnipotence, and I am one with that presence and power. So before we go into prayer, I just want to welcome everybody who's new on live stream, everybody who's new here today. We'll meet while we eat today. I'm absolutely certain of that. It's good to see you guys, and it's wonderful to be in your presence. We here have a generous heart. Nobody's a stranger. And so welcome to Unity of Pasadena. And let's just know that the love that we just felt when we started to think about Unity of Pasadena and what it brings to our lives is right here, right now, as we close our eyes and take a deep breath. We often recognize that love that we've been feeling and talking about and sharing with each other through laughter, through the bright eyes and magnificent hellos and hugs that everybody has given today. We often recognize that as the presence of God. And I want you to do that right now. That love is the presence of God. It's right here at Unity of Pasadena. It's right in you as you, acting as that higher mind, that divine self that you possess. And we come from that space right now. We recognize it around us. We recognize it as us. For truly, there is only one thing. We are made of God's stuff, and we revel in that. We are divine. We are also human. We're spiritual beings having a human experience, but divine in absolute truth. I recognize as well that this space calls for great gratitude. We're so grateful for Unity of Pasadena and everyone who cares for it. We're so grateful for our Board of Trustees. That Board of Trustees makes certain that everything is in right order, is ready for today and tomorrow and the next day, for our doors are open to those who need us. We recognize and know that we have volunteers as well that bring about this sense of goodness. We have people that greeted you at the door. We have ushers. We have people that do the PowerPoint and the live stream and the sound. We have our magnificent prayer chaplains who hold the light for each and every one of us. Always, always, always holding the light. Our highest and best is what they are engaged in knowing for us. And we're also so happy to have our musicians that bring just a higher level of goodness. We're so thankful for our musicians today. We're thankful for today, thankful for one another. We're thankful for having a space where we can talk about things that matter and understand and connect at a deep level. And so it's with all this gratitude that I release these words into the law of mind, knowing that they're already done. And please say with me, and so it is. Amen. Whew. Wow, now that that's all done, you guys ready to eat? Oh, yeah. Well, actually, it's time for the 3-minute question. So we're taking bets on how long it's going to take. I think it's going to be pretty quick today, though, because we have a lot going on. So I'm going to do my best in a short period of time. So I'm going to pick something out of here. Here's one that has a little bit of different look to it. It's folded up. You know, I was worried that maybe it's not. Maybe it's a used tissue or something when it's folded up. But I go for it anyway. You know. See what we got here. What do you think of Hinduism and Buddhism? There are a lot of truth principles in both, in my opinion. What is your opinion? Ooh, I'd love to give my opinion. No, actually, I have been working on that whole idea that anybody really needs my opinion for a long period of time. You know, there are a lot of things I just don't have an opinion on, and life works out better that way. But I do have an opinion on Buddhism and Hinduism, and you know what's really interesting about that is that it shows right here, see? So I wear this a lot, and it was a gift from Charmaine. Thank you, Charmaine. But I wear this a lot, not only because it's colorful and I like it, but it has a tree of life, which is the Buddhism aspect, and it has this little tassel, which is a Hinduism aspect. And so it reminds me of the depth and beauty and wonder of Hinduism, the magnificent archetypes that are available for us through Hinduism. Thousands of gods, you know, thousands of them. I mean, some people still believe that those are the gods that move things around and help us to get through, and they actually exist. But most Hindus have moved beyond that, and they use them as archetypes to kind of figure out what it is that they might need to do, shift around themselves in their lives. I mean, one of my favorites is Ganesh. Ganesh is the elephant. You've seen Ganesh? Yeah, we have him on the wall at our house. Ganesh is on the wall. And I have a bunch of elephants in my office too, but Ganesh's job is to move around thoughts in the mind. And he's very strong, so he can move those thoughts that are stubborn and all that kind of stuff in the mind. Because we all need to move things out and around and shift and change our worldview and, as I like to say, reframe. Yeah, so that's Ganesh's job. Ganesh does that. I mean, I don't actually believe there's an elephant in my head. But I understand the concept. It's a fantastic way of talking about those types of wonderful things. I have great respect for Hinduism. My mother was a Hindu. In fact, I'm going to be using a little bit of that in my talk today, so we'll hold on to that. Buddhism, you know, I have Hote in my office. And Hote is the laughing Buddha. And he is about 700 pounds. And every time you walk into my office, you get greeted with this incredible smile. Some people like to pat his tummy. He does not mind that at all. He likes that. And it reminds me that at the edge of suffering, because in Buddhism they recognize suffering, and they also recognize an end to suffering. And at the edge and end of that suffering ordeal, that enlightenment path, is this smiling, laughing Buddha. It's Hote. And Hote is there to greet you, you see. So the suffering need not move forward every moment of every single day when Hote is right there in front of you giving this great example. So what do you think about that, whoever wrote this? Do you understand my opinion about that one? Yeah. So thank you. How'd I do? Oh, 310. I love 310. Yeah. That, you know what? That's like fashionably late. You know, just a little tiny bit. Fashionably late, it's cool. All right, well, thank you for whoever wrote that. I appreciate that very much. So we have a song, don't we? I can hardly wait.
We're going to go up tempo today. This is by Bill Withers. This is Deborah Robin. Please welcome her back.
lovely day, lovely day, lovely day, lovely day, lovely day. Lovely day, lovely day, lovely day, lovely day, lovely day, lovely day.
When the day that lies ahead of me seems impossible to face, and someone else ahead of me always seems to know the way, then I look at you and the world's all right with me. Just one look at you and I know it's gonna be a lovely day.
Lovely day, lovely day, lovely day, lovely day, oh.
A lovely day. A lovely
Nice. Good morning and happy Father's Day to all the dads. Today is Sunday, June 15th, and the daily word is Father's Love. I bless those special ones who have shown me Father's love. A father's love is like no other. It gives me the warm feeling of protection and gentle guidance, and inspires me to live up to its example. Father's love takes many forms. It might mean helping with homework, coaching sports, and teaching of all kinds. It might mean the wise counsel and loving guidance that prepares children to be self-sufficient and ready for the freedom and responsibilities of adulthood. A father's love may come from many earthly sources. No matter who showed me this love, its origin was divine. God is at the heart of all fathers' love. I pray that all fathers and father figures feel the appreciation of those they teach, love, and protect. May they know the love of God as they have brought it into the world. And the biblical verse is, fathers, make known to children your faithfulness. Isaiah 38:19.
Good morning. I'm going to steal a line from Paul Smith, who says it truly is a privilege and a pleasure to be up here today. My name's Lou Ann Stevens, and I'm a prayer chaplain here. And I would like to invite all the prayer chaplains to stand up. We have a few here today. There's 1, 2, yeah. So if any of you want prayer after the service, all of us are available to help you. Just stay in your seat, and one of us will come up to you. I just can't help. My dad and I had a very, difficult relationship. But, every now and then, I called him. I went to school in San Diego, and I called. I can't do this, Dad. It's just too hard. I have to move home. He goes, fine, you can drop out, but you can't move home. And I went, I can't. And I went, well. Maybe I'll stay here. I don't know. So I did. I used to mail in my papers to proofread, and he'd mail them out. So where am I? So today, the focus is law of compensation. The affirmation is I give freely and I receive abundantly. And in looking up this principle, I think a lot of us have the tendency of we want something that we don't have, or we want more, or something like that. And I thought for the meditation today, I love that. I can't remember it. It's in the Holy, Holy, Holy song. Help me to see the beauty and love that live in me. That just gives me chills. I just love that. So I thought, that we all have beauty in us. We all have love. And I thought that might be a good thing to focus on today for the meditation. And there's some other prompts for you to think about. Who can you help today? It doesn't have to be huge. It can be small. How can you show kindness? Who could you send more love to? What would bring more joy to someone else's day? So those are all really wonderful things I think that we could focus on. But the beauty and love that live in me is I just love that line. So why don't we take 2 minutes and focus on that. Let's come back to the room. And I'd like to end with Greg's peace prayer, which I really like. Let the light of understanding shine upon all hearts, guiding us to recognize the sacred thread of oneness that unites every soul. In this shared tapestry of existence, may compassion be our language, kindness our currency, and love our universal prayer. Let the winds of peace sweep across the globe, embracing every nation, fostering harmony, and dissolving the barriers that separate us. As one human family, we cultivate a world where understanding prevails and the echoes of unity resonate in every corner, and so it is. Amen. Thank you.
I guess we're the amazing things. So, anyway, this song, you guys should
pay special attention, because this is going to be your congregational song next month. Yeah? Okay, so here we go. Deborah will teach it to you. Let me find do a metronome.
But it was just coincidental that I suggested this one to Larry.
Because
It's meant to be.
Yeah, because Barbara was looking at it.
You will do amazing things with the choice each new day brings, and with every step you take, bless the progress that you make. The reason you live is there in every gift you give. Love your life, live your dreams. You will do amazing things. Amazing, amazing. You will do amazing things. Amazing, amazing. You will do amazing things. All the places you will go, and the people you will know. Don't worry when or where or how. You don't need to know that now. You're on the right track. No need to look ahead or back. Just enjoy what this day brings. You will do amazing things.
Amazing, amazing. You will do amazing things. Amazing, amazing. You will do amazing things.
You don't have to work it out. Just stay in the here and now. Let your mind rest for a little while. Sometimes deepest answers come when you're out there having fun. So close your eyes, take a breath, and smile.
Amazing, amazing. You will do amazing things. Amazing, amazing. You will do amazing things. You will do amazing things. Cool.
Yeah, that's beautiful, all right. So you're going to have to come every Sunday next month. So you can get us started on that. Yeah, the law of compensation. Thanks for the introduction and that magnificent meditation, Luann. I appreciate that very much. And the reading around Father's Day, Trish, was just beautiful. So today I am doing something called the law of compensation. Now that's not something new. It's something that's been around for a long, long, long time. And there are so many different aspects to it. It's what Eric Butterworth called the great law. It is what Jesus referred to as the absolute truth, and we're going to hear that as the talk moves forward. It's been here a long, long time. Emerson wrote about it in Compensation. In 1844, he published an essay called Compensation. Beautiful stuff. And I know, Jan, you love Emerson. Jan and I took an Emerson class together, and so I know your love for Emerson. She could quote it right off the top of her head, you know. She didn't even have to look in the book, and I thought, oh my God, I'm with the wrong group of people. But it turns out I was with the right people. So there's a lot to do on this law of compensation. But I also set a focus for this. Not only do I do an affirmation, which Luann gave to us today, but I set a focus. And the focus that I set for this one is giving and receiving are one flow. Because the law of compensation is a lot about giving and receiving. That life balances out. That the things that happen to us and through us tend to balance out over time based upon how we think, the things that we do, how we give of ourselves, and also how we receive. So in this giving and receiving exercise, as one flow, I decided to write. You know, this is what I do. I like to do it. And so this is what I came up with. The idea that giving and receiving are one flow captures the interconnected nature of generosity and gratitude. If one accepts as true, give and it shall be given to you. Through our universal experience, which has shown us this to be true, then giving and receiving, as well as generosity and gratitude, aren't separate, but are part of a single continuous cycle, like breathing in and out. When you give, you create space to receive, and when you receive, you are inspired to give again. This perspective fosters a sense of unity and balance, reminding us that abundance thrives in this fluid exchange. Whether it's an abundance of love, of kindness, or resources, it is that which relationships are made of, and the foundation of real community. Yeah, this idea of generosity and gratitude being connected to each other, you know, that's like the in and out of breath, you know. Your generosity brings my gratitude, and my generosity can bring gratitude as well. It is an interesting cycle, such that Florence Shinn, a New Thought writer back in the early 1900s, was fond of saying in her books, this is the great game of giving and receiving, and you are all not only witness to it, but you're living it. Yeah, Florence Shinn was quite a writer in the New Thought arena. So there are lots of things that we're going to talk about, and I think that what I want to talk about first is how this shows up over time. This idea of compensation, this idea that what you give, you are going to receive, at least at some point in time through this lifespan. These things will appear for you. There will be a balance. There's something that's happening here that has to do with balance in life and compensation for the things that we do, we think, we feel, and we know. And it is always a good idea, based upon these teachings, to do whatever it is that you can to show love, to give love, to show kindness, to give kindness, to be that person that represents the higher mind so that you receive that in return. Not just so you receive it, but because that's what you want to do. That's what you want to do. That's where you really reach the next level. I mean, I can tell you all about this idea of compensation. You can go, oh yeah, well, I guess I better start doing that because I want to get. That's what I want to do. I want to get. And the idea of I want to get will be more pervasive than the things that you actually do and think, according to this law of compensation. So we're of service. We step into life and we become servants of life and of one another. So Jesus wrote, didn't write a thing. He said a lot of things, and other people wrote them down. Jesus wrote, you know. Jesus wrote this book. Oh, crazy. All right, so Luke 6, chapter 6, verse 37, 38. I really appreciate these. Give, and it shall be given to you. This is, exactly the principle of the law of compensation. Do not judge, and you will not be judged. Yeah, well, that makes sense, doesn't it? Now, in Matthew, it was written that Jesus said this: "For the same judgment you pronounce, you will be judged. And with that measure that you are judged, it will be measured against you." Proverbs there's a nice little poem in Proverbs, which I absolutely like. It's Proverbs 11, 24 to 25. "One gives freely, yet gains even more. Another withholds what is right, only to become poor." I'll read that again. "One gives freely, yet gains even more. Another withholds what is right, only to become poor." Proverbs was written 2,000 years before the things that Jesus had to say were said. This idea of the law of compensation, that what you give, you're going to receive in return, no matter what that might be. I mean, if it's kindness, wonderful. People can be and will be kind to you. I mean, greeting somebody with the kindness that is in your heart is its own proof that this is true. I mean, these are axioms that have been around for a long time. And these are things that are said because they are universal truths. That you shall be treated the way you treat other people. That if you give love, you shall receive love. And let me give you a little different take on that. Yeah, and it's a quote right from the book of Greg, and it goes like this: "If you love greatly, great love is yours. Withhold it, and you shall have none." Now that's pretty simple, isn't it? I mean, if you love greatly, great love shall be yours. I mean, that great love is within you. You're giving it. It is yours. It is yours. If you withhold it, you shall have none. There is none within you. So these things are incredible axioms, and they're pervasive throughout the New Testament. I mean, Paul said in 2 Corinthians 9:6, he said, "Remember this: whoever sows sparingly will reap sparingly, and whoever sows generously will reap generously." Yeah, that's good stuff. And I don't think that there have been many who have disagreed with that idea. It sounds like karma a little bit, doesn't it? I mean, you nod your head, you have karma. And it's interesting, we had that Hindu question, And I love Hinduism. My mother was a Hindu. And so I know a lot about karma. I mean, I know that when she decided we were all going to be vegetarians, I know why. Because she said, "I do not want to, and I don't want to be the precipitator of this either. I do not want to generate bad karma for me or for you by eating something that whose life has been terminated." And as a kid, I got all kinds of questions. Well, you cut that lettuce head from the garden. I mean, how do you think the lettuce felt about that? Or when we wouldn't eat eggs, I said, "Why not eggs? I mean, I know how these things are done. They have egg farms, and there are no roosters around there. I know that, And she would say, "Well, you get used to doing that kind of thing, and you end up going out to eat or whatever and eating eggs, and you might somehow be exposed to a fertilized egg, and there's life there." I mean, but she did all that because she didn't want bad karma. That's why she did it. She stopped eating meat. She stopped eating, eggs and all of those things that could generate bad karma in her, because She did not want to do this life cycle again and again and again and again. You see, because in Hinduism, you got to come back for another life. It's reincarnation, because karma and reincarnation are joined together like this in Hinduism. They're like this. They're brothers and sisters. Because if you engage in activities that create karma, then you got to come back another lifetime in order to pay your karma back, in order to make it right if you haven't made it right in this lifetime. And the goal in Hinduism through this exercise of karma and reincarnation is to finally exit with a zero slate so that you can be united with God. It's a wonderful story, isn't it? It's a wonderful story. But it's almost a story, though, that was told by Jesus and poo-pooed by Jesus. Because this is where he says, ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. You're already divine. You don't have to go through all of that stuff to gain your divinity. You're already divine. I mean, that's the message. Jesus says, I'm here to tell you this. You are that which God is. You are divine. The Father within doeth the work. That was the good news. That's the good. I don't know how it's been transformed into other things, I mean, there are all kinds of things, I guess, you have to say and do and believe, and places you have to go in order to go to heaven, when you can do it now with the understanding that you are divine, heaven is within. It's all here, you see. It's all here for you. Everything is here for you. All you have to do is recognize that. And so if I were back in time with my mother, and she's explaining all those things to me, and I knew better, because I didn't know better, I would have said to her, the real message today is that you are divine, Mom. You're divine. She wouldn't have believed that. She would not have believed that. She did not think highly of herself. She would always say, I don't know how it is that I can love you. She'd say that to my brother and I, because I don't love myself, and I've heard that you have to love yourself before you can love others. Most people have heard that. But she said, I don't think that's true, because I love you and I don't love me. She had a hard time with that. She had a really hard time with that. So she probably wouldn't have heard me if I said to her, you're divine, Mom. I mean, you're that which God is. You don't have to go through this exercise and this worry and this fear and this, this suffering that you're going through. Just let that go, because the next lifetime may not be for a purpose. It may not be because you did bad things in this one. It may not be because you have to pay back this karmic debt that you owe. I don't know whether reincarnation is the way, but I don't think karma is. A reincarnation might be the way. I don't know. I can't say whether it is or not. Charles Fillmore believed in reincarnation. He talked about it all the time, but his idea around reincarnation was that the soul must be moved to find enlightenment. And you may have to come back so that the soul can grow, so that the soul can evolve, so that the soul can become that which unites effectively and aligns with completely the Godhead. Interesting stuff, really, really interesting stuff. So, yeah, that karma and reincarnation thing is really a big aha for me, given what Jesus had to say about the truth, and the truth shall set you free. I mean, you can see how that can set you free. That all this stuff that's happening right now, this is it. This is it. So let's do this right. Let's start doing this right. Let's start being kind. Let's start being loving. Let's start being giving. Let's start being of service to others, because that is the way. That is the way to receive, to live in heaven, to be here and be of use. This is the way. So, Eric Butterworth tells this story, and I really, really like this story, because this law of compensation doesn't mean that you're going to get it back immediately. You might just be part of this magnificent larger chain of events, because the real law, the deeper law, is cause and effect. You might be part of this chain of events that makes the world a better place. And in describing that, he says, I have a story for you, and this is the story, and I'm going to tell it to you, because it actually moves me. It moves me, and I want you to hear it. So this man was walking through it was a train station, and there was a crippled man in a wheelchair. He didn't know, the man walking through the station didn't know how it had happened, didn't care to ask, but this man who was crippled had 2 boxes sitting down in front of his wheelchair. One box had pencils in it, and the other had some coins. There were some little coins that people had thrown in there. And so he walks by this man in a wheelchair and doesn't even look at him and just tosses in a couple of coins and walks by. And he starts to think as he's walking, you know, I really, really made a judgment that is so incorrect and so demeaning. I have to make this right. And he turns around and he walks back and he says, "Sir, I am so sorry. I misjudged you. I thought you're just a beggar, and I'm going to give you a couple of coins just because you're there. But you're really a businessman. You're really a businessman. Pencils for money. You're operating a business." And he took a couple of those pencils and he put them in his pocket and he threw a couple of dollars in that box and he walked on. He had no idea he'd see this guy later on down the road, but some couple of years later, this man in a wheelchair was sitting right next to a newsstand in the same station. And the guy called him over and said, "I know you, I recognize you, you changed my life. The way you treated me that day changed my life. I started to see myself differently. You were so kind to tell me what it is that you truly see, what you saw in me, and saw about me." He said, "So I decided that I could sell a couple of newspapers besides selling these pencils, you know. I could sell a couple of magazines, and now I'm part owner of this newsstand. This is mine," as he showed. He said, "You changed my life." Saw him differently, called him something other than what he initially thought, pushed out some magnificent consciousness. I mean, I just love that idea that we can push out this beautiful consciousness that can change the world. He did it. We do it. We do it for people all the time. You have no idea how many people are affected by the kindness, your acts of kindness. No idea. Sometimes you sort of get the idea that you do have an idea and you don't think anybody is. And so life can look a little dull. It can look a little, less than it is. And so I have a reading I'm going to need glasses for, so I'm going to grab this. And this is a reading from a writing by Jan Uberset. Jan, tip your hat. You have a hat on? Wish you had a hat on. She wrote this book called Amazed Amusement. Excuse me, Amused Amazement. That was a dyslexic type thing, wasn't it? Amused Amazement. And Divine Discontent is the writing. And, she was talking about in Divine Discontent what she does when she starts to think that maybe life isn't this space where there's always appropriate compensation, and maybe I am not getting what I deserve, and maybe I won't ever, and I have fear around this, or some of my hopes have been dashed. And she says, "I ponder in the night, and this is what I have been mulling over this week." You don't mind if I read this to you? Okay. By the way, this is a book that she wrote, and she trusted me to do some editing on it, and I thank you for that. I didn't. I said it's perfect. I think something like that. "I have made vision boards with pictures of convertibles, cute people in shorts running the marathon, happy families sitting around an oak table reading the great books, and dollar bills raining from the heavens. I have been told to be specific. What color is that convertible? How tight are those running shorts? Are they reading Moby Dick or Aristotle?" I get it. I understand specificity, and I know it works. I had a client who ended up in a new job with a copy machine that worked and a secretary who could spell. Concrete results bring a growing trust in the power of prayer. But I'm tired, unhappy, antsy, and glue dried up on my vision board. What is Spirit trying to tell me? Am I ungrateful, or is there more? Can feeling bad sometimes be a good thing? At times like these, I might not know exactly what I want to do or have or be, but what I do know is how I want to feel. And it's not tired, unhappy, and antsy. I want to feel energized. I want to get up in the morning anxious to see what shows up. I want to feel that thrill when I look out at the coming day. I want to laugh. I want to laugh a lot. I want to feel healthy and vital. I decide to take those feelings into prayer. Each day is an adventure, a thrilling appointment with life. I decide not to panic about not knowing what needs fixing. I know I can trust Spirit. If Spirit is poking me in the ribs to shake up my life, I'm going to pay attention. This may be discontent, but now it's divine discontent. I decide to be thankful for the nagging discontent, for the feelings that broadcast on full power and make me aware that there is more for me. The first thing that happens, and maybe the most important, is that I'm focusing on the wonderful feelings I'm seeking, and that alone electrifies my life. I trust God and keep my eyes open and my feet moving. In my religion, we say, treat and move your feet. Take action after you pray. Know how you want to feel. Turn it over to God. Then take action as opportunities present themselves. Don't be that guy on his roof during the flood who cried out to God, "Save me," then ignored the helicopter and the boat that showed up because he was waiting for God. The helicopter and the boat were God. So she has a little trick for us. She says, here's a little trick to get in touch with how you want to feel. Find that moment in your life when you felt absolutely fantastic. See it in every detail. Maybe it was when you ran 100 yards for a touchdown and won the ball game. Relive it. Smell the grass. Feel the football under your arm, the sun on your face. Hear the cheering crowd. Maybe you were receiving an award for a special achievement. For me, embarrassingly, it was sauntering down the stairs in an antebellum prom dress with way too many ruffles. But I felt spectacular. Whatever it was for you, it's your moment, and you felt significant. Wrap your heart around those feelings. Well, we don't always feel great all the time, but that is amazing advice for how to move from not feeling great to a space where just love abides within you. And here's what I know. When love abides within you, that's the time to give it away. Sometimes it happens spontaneously. Sometimes you have to remember that love abides within me all the time. Even though I don't want to give it away, I do. I smile. I kindly offer someone something to eat, something to drink, somewhere to sit. I see people for who they are. I understand and know that there's truly only one thing, God expressing as each of us. That puts us on an even keel. No judging. No judging. So you guys have been awesome passengers on this love ride. I appreciate it. I appreciate you. And I am so pleased to connect at this deep level and play this great game of giving and receiving with you. And so it is. Amen. Woo. Do I sing now? No, I know what to do. I think I know what to do. Yeah, I know what to do. It's really not me. It's actually Claire. And Claire is the usher today. She's the great usheress of all. One of the greatest of all time, by the way. Your ushing is legendary. Yes, indeed. And, and I say that knowing, of course, that Trish and Millie Ann and the rest of them are equal in stature in this ushing game, of course. Yeah, but we just love you for it. Thank you. So these people are on live stream, you guys. So we get to welcome them and know that they're here. They're part of this consciousness. So Julio's here. Hey, Julio. So glad to know you're here. Paulette Jones is here. Paulette. We have Virginia here. Virginia. We have Colleen from Illinois. We have Eileen Stulak. Eileen Stulak. Welcome. We have Reva, of course. We have Carol Bliss. We have Audrey. We have Mike and Carol. We have Martin Rippins. This list is growing, you guys. This list is absolutely growing. We have Katie Feemster. And we have Liz Mathis. This is fun. It's fun to get. Oh, this is 2 pages now. 2 pages. Pretty soon we'll have a book come up here, and I'll have to spend 15 minutes reading these names. And I'm all right with that. I'm going to put this in this basket right here. So I did. I read those. Yeah. So what we're going to do is we're going to engage in our community giving, which actually is a form of this idea of the law of compensation. You know, as you give, so shall you receive. And if you're finding that you're struggling at all with certain spiritual principles, dig into what it is that opens up the channels for what it is that you want. You know, and of course, if it's love, give love, you'll receive it. If it's kindness, give kindness, you'll receive it. And even strangely enough, if it's money, then you open up those channels too, because some of us hold it too tightly. And I'm not saying you should give it here, you give it wherever you want, but make sure that your channel's open somehow so that you open up to life. So let's do this community giving statement together. God is the source of my overflowing supply, and I am grateful, and so it is.
Will be a better place for you and me.
You just wait
and see and say. Take a good look around, and if you're looking down, put a little love in your heart. I hope when you decide, kindness will be your guide. Put a little love in your heart, and the world will be a better place. The world will be a better place for you and me this way.
and
See, put a little love in your heart. Put a little love in your heart. Put a little love in your heart. I don't know either. I just guessed.
Your heart. Put a little love in your heart. And Claire, come on up here and let's just seal all of this love with a prayer. How about that? She was going to run off. I saw her going out the door. You are wonderful. Thank you. So here's what we do. We promise with integrity to utilize these funds, these tithes and treasures, to enhance the vision of Unity of Pasadena and to promote a consciousness of love, which permeates this community as well as the outside community, that moves and pushes along an atmosphere and a consciousness of caring, of giving, of receiving, and of being together. So we do this with great love in our hearts and gratitude. I release these words into the law of mind. Know that they're done, and so it is. Amen. Thank you, Claire. Thank you so much. Let's see here. We have our community today. Who's doing our community? All right, Georgette. I can hear my mother, clean up your mess, Greg, clean up your mess. What would you say now?
What a special day. I love Sundays. I know most of you probably do too, but this is tremendous. Today was really special, a goosebump day. And not because of our lovely air conditioning. As you've seen, our vision and our mission and our core values demonstrated in our service today. Let's take a moment now and affirm them together. Our vision, envisioning a world powerfully transformed through the growing movement of shared spiritual awakening. And our mission, transforming lives by living and sharing our inner truth of divine wisdom, compassion, love, using practical spiritual principles. And our core values, creating community, living love, teaching truth, and serving spirit. Isn't it lovely to have those reminders? Today is the third Sunday of the month, and Team K and R are hosting. Next Sunday, we get teams S through Z, and on the fifth Sunday, which is January, it will be before we know it, June 29th, the last Sunday, we'll have our Adios Termites potluck. Yes, they get to go bye-bye. The stretch class continues meeting on Tuesday from 10:30 to 11:30. Our sound bath by Basha and Pinocchio return on the fourth Sunday of the month, which is June 22nd, where there's transforming and healing Reiki and sound bath experiences. If you've never had this, it is amazing. Oh, good. Oh, good. And remember, reservations are required. And see Jackie if you want to make a reservation. Yesterday, we enjoyed the first of 6 scheduled Goddesses Revealing All Creative Energy, the Meaning of Grace. We immersed ourselves in Mother Mary yesterday. In July, on the 12th, we'll focus on Kuan Yin, the Buddhist goddess of compassion. Mark your calendars for another enduring learning experience of the Divine Feminine. I was lucky enough to be here. It's amazing, absolutely amazing. So if you have any interest, do show up. It's really special. It was. And other happenings, preparations for our termite extermination scheduled for June 30th through July 2nd is well underway. We may need some helping hands with cleaning out the refrigerator and the cupboards. Please let any board member know if you could be available for after hospitality on that last Sunday. Also, we didn't yet review the financials for April. As printed in the June bulletin, it's right down here. As you can see, it lists our regular income and tells us how we got it, and also what we've spent our money on. Our total revenue is $18,100.92. Our regular expenses were $15,568.80. And our net revenue is $2,532.12. Thank God, because we're getting rid of the bugs. And it's through everyone's help, which is greatly appreciated. Anyway, you get it back. Reverend Greg? Okay.
It's nice to see all your loving faces, too. It's nice up here.
It's a great view.
It is. It really is.
Okay, we're going to do the silent unity prayer for protection, and then we're going to sing a song. What song are we going to sing today? Oh, let's sing I Choose Love today. Fantastic. So please stand for the silent unity prayer for protection. And don't forget, if you'd like prayer, hang around in your seat afterward, and a prayer chaplain will come to see you. The light of God surrounds us. I am light. The love of God enfolds us. I am love. The power of God protects us. I am power. The presence of God watches over us. I am presence. Wherever I am, God is. I am divine, and all is well.
Tess, thank you. Peace in my life is growing because I choose love. Love's always present, it's what I'm made of. I choose love. We are part of each other. We are one. One tie that binds us can't be undone. I choose love. Peace for our planet is growing because I choose love. Love's always present, it's what we're made of. I choose love. We are part of each other. We are one. One choice unites us. If this be the one, I choose love.